and welcome everyone to Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. As well, Amy comes into the room and we already got Alpha right here. Let me just click on this. Oh yeah, Amy updated her look for Shadowbringers, so we got her new cut. Let's see here. There it is.
I didn't change the color yet because I didn't have time.
Yeah. It's still looking good. Going along here for the
well, it's been a while since she's played, so it's grown out.
Is Johnny here? Or did he just wander by? Oh, I got to put up. Got to block chat. Got to do that. All right, but yes, we are all set to begin Shadowbringers and see what we're in for when it comes to this storyline. We left off with that whole thing beginning, and oh yeah, is Johnny here? Oh yeah, Shadowbringers, I hope you enjoy. Yeah, there we go. I'm so sorry, Johnny. I missed you completely. You just went through.
Hi, Johnny.
I'm looking forward to it as we actually get right into it. And real quick, that reminds me, Scrumbolio, thank you very much for choosing me for your Prime subscription. You did that right before the stream. And Jaskerica, thank you for that gift sub going to Johnny. Yeah, I'm excited to get to Shadowbringers. I don't know if Amy is because she's heard about the dark stuff.
I'm not pleased with 2 times whatever that Xenos.
Xenos, yeah, you're not a fan of
like
extra Xenos around.
And yeah, I've heard it's sad, so I'm not looking forward to that.
Let's see. Johnny says, I'm just dropping by because I got to get back to more Sonic stuff. But seriously, at the risk of hyping this is one of the best. This is what everybody was talking about, Johnny. This is the thing that got me into Final Fantasy XIV, started paying attention because people were losing their mind at that E3 presentation where it was like showcased. And I'm like, I think you were too. I'm like, what the hell is everybody talking about? So yeah, this is me just like, okay, let me look into 14 because I've not really looked at this in a while. Good luck with Superstars. That's all I'll say. Good luck. Oof. Well, let's go ahead and enter the Rising Stones. Hopefully everybody can hear things just fine, hear me just fine, hear Amy just fine as we jump into this. And Smash Matt, thank you very much for the 100 bits saying, not sure when you record your Game Club stuff, but I have to say I'm really looking forward to the next episode. I've got a surprising amount of things to say about Yoshi's story, mostly in terms of its visuals, music, and impact on Yoshi's series and Yoshi's place in the broader Mario franchise, even though I totally get why people would find the game otherwise unremarkable. Yes, I'm actually recording that tomorrow. We'll be picking our new game and giving our thoughts on Yoshi's story. Yeah, luck. Trust me. I didn't even go with the extra story stuff. Ash did that. Just hearing what Ash said had to say about the extra story. Yeah, no. I value my time in Mario Wonders coming out on Friday, so yeah. Either way, let's chat with Tataru. Oh wow, you just get the Shadowbringers Orchestrion roll right off the bat. Alright. What do we got here? Good news, Milan. We had a stroke of luck in our search for that beacon. Apparently, our colleagues have stumbled across a hidden path leading down into the hollows around the base of the Crystal Tower. Yeah, but I'm not going to be picking up Spider-Man 2 until a bit later, DGC. It's just, Mario Wonder is not going to go down in price, and just I can play that for Kai. It's a lot harder to play Spider-Man 2 when I still want to play Final Fantasy XVI. So, yeah. A path I doubt we'd ever have found had the Ironworks and the Suns not added their numbers to the party. Thanks to them, we have eager eyes aplenty down there, checking under rocks and peering into every nook and cranny. Still, it sounds like there's a lot of ground to cover. Then we'd better go and give them a hand.
Whoa, the new Quest music threw me off.
Oh, that's right. We do get new Quest music. I got to hear it. My thoughts exactly. The sooner we find this beacon, the sooner you can travel to wherever it is this mysterious voice is coming from. And the sooner we can work out how to help our friends. We have to find a way to wake them up, and before the Empire comes calling again. meaning we have no time to lose. There's a boat in North Silvertier waiting to ferry people to the site, so let's be on our way. Oh, that's wild. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. It's like they're shredding a guitar before you get the actual music. It's weird. And welcome, Oren, Emily. Yes, I'm sorry. You said poop instead of boop. And Super Manny says, the E3 trailer that got everyone talking wasn't the CGI trailer in the game. It was a more spoiler-filled one with in-game cutscenes. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Definitely haven't... I definitely went over my head. Are you already out, Amy?
Yeah, I'm heading towards the location.
Okay. I was like, oh yeah, we should party up. Alright, let's go. I gotta get used to the fact that pushing forward now actually sends me down.
Oh, because you're new.
Yeah, because of my new control scheme. Still, it's way better than what I was dealing with before. I will take this.
Why it's still choppy.
I don't know. There we go. And you know what, Alpha? Get in here. You're here anyway. You might as well be in the party. Specifically, it was the one line at the end of that rocked everything. Oh, okay. Oh, Trip as a character is great. It's just everything else. Heading to the survey site, sir. It's the eastern shore of the lake, and the swiftest way to get there is by boat. Let's go. Ooh, that is good stuff. Oh yeah, Egg Roll. I don't doubt that your son is probably bugging you for it. Seems like the thing kids would want. Interesting that Sid's not here.
Maybe he's further in.
Maybe. Wow. Have you talked to Clemence? No, the girl nearby, Clemence.
Oh.
That burn. That burn.
Oh, are we in an instance?
Yeah, probably. I think we are. God, so long ago that we did the Crystal Tower. Jaskarica with 100 bits, thank you so much, saying, even though my game library isn't very large, I agree, too many games coming out. Spare time? What's that again? Yeah, no kidding. It's a lot. Get my water out.
Look how many people there are. Should we get to it then? Pick up anything that seems the least bit device-like, and we'll make ourselves a pile.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour, maybe you'll change our look. We found bugger all without you.
I can't remember the last time I heard Biggs talk. It's been so long.
Biggs! Wedge!
Is this the first time they've talked?
I don't know.
In a while? I can't remember.
I don't know if I've ever heard.
Aye, aye. Well, we could hardly say no to a call for aid from the Scions. Jesse called it the chief of some other business, so we'll be working twice as hard to make up for his not being here.
I don't think we've heard of
Oni Link's... Yeah, I think that is the first voice lines. Yeah, Oni Link says it as well, so does Alpha. Remember, Wedge has a crush on Tataru. Oh wow, playing Red Dead Redemption for the 5th time, Egg Roll. I mean, Red Dead Redemption is the only Rockstar game I ever finished.
Thank you, both of you. I'm sure we'll find that beacon in no time.
Oh, Biggs does have lines in Heaven's Ward? Jeez, it's been a while.
I mean, there's lines. I just don't remember voice.
Yeah.
Because there was shit.
I'm not seeing anything out here. Do you reckon you could squeeze in there, Wedge?
And get stuck halfway? No, thank you.
They do sound like a comedy duo with their voices.
I could try if you like.
Tataru, no! We couldn't ask you to do that.
Oh, I'll be fine. This receptionist is not afraid to get her hands dirty.
Oh. Or Emily just pre-ordered Wonder as well. Yeah, I pre-ordered the other day just to guarantee a copy, and I found out GameStop is having a midnight release, so I'll be going to that. Hey, Oscar. Hope you're doing well.
Sorry, I meant to say, the scholars haven't finished their preliminary assessment of the site yet, so we're not supposed to venture too far in. What's that you got there? Now that looks promising.
Isn't that the ironworks symbol?
I was going to say, it looks like the Ironworks symbol.
Now I have you.
Oh.
You are right.
What's happening?
Well, got us again.
Stay with me. Focus on my voice. Let expanse contract. Eon become instant.
Wait, this must be it. The device. Oh, this is supposed to happen.
Huh.
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Oh, safe journey, warrior of light. Find our friends and bring them home.
Oh, wow. Tataru's just like, yeah, I know what's going on. Just do it. I don't know what you're seeing.
Merciful. Are you ahead of me?
No, I'm in the stars. I think you're behind. I think I'm definitely behind you. Are we doing what I thought we were doing based on that trailer? I don't know. I thought we were time traveling.
Do not look at me so.
Yep, there's Harshafont.
You're slaves to a tyrant. There's no freedom in that.
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you.
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this.
The Warriors of Dark? Huh. That looks like... Is that Minfilia? No, I don't think that's Minfilia.
Your time
No, it
has
is.
not yet come.
No, she has the braid. This is wild. Chris Strock, thank you very much for that tier 1 subscription. 27 months now. Thank you so much. That's the Warrior of Darkness.
This place looks cool.
It's trees, you'll definitely like that. Oh, I get it. Prelude and Violet. Lots of Violet here.
From endless dreams I awake. Something vague, yet urgent, calls me to action once more.
Just reminds me of how little I've used my Chocobo as a partner. Oh, thank you, Chris. This is one of those carriers, isn't
Rare
it?
to meet someone out here who's not a peddler themselves. What brings you into the wilds this time of night?
Yeah. This time of night. What do you mean this time of night?
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. Me granddad, God's rest his soul, used to tell that one to the barman at kicking out time. And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? You rotten old drunk, yet he'd reply.
Well, I know we have a Dark Knight class now, so ha.
Over 100 bleeding years ago, that's when. You got that look down to a T. I'd almost think you meant it. Ah, got to you, did they? Poor beggar. That explains it then.
Just reminds me of the Moogle that took a swig at the
I
beginning of the
wrote to
game.
travel and wares to sell, but you best hurry along to the town nearby. Just head east through the trees and aim for the Shining Tower. You'll find the place soon enough. 'Tis the biggest settlement for malms around. Go on now, friend. They'll take good care of you in the Crystarium.
The Crystarium. Why does that sound like it should be familiar?
I don't know, but my outfit goes super well in here.
I bet it does.
Look at me. I look awesome.
Oh yeah, you do. Oh wow, we're already getting vocals. Man, did they up the presentation or what, Amy?
Yeah. I mean, they even had voices in the
Dizzying
background
heights it rises.
subtitles.
The gleaming spire.
Earlier.
Yeah.
Its tip threatening to pierce the blinding canopy. There, it will all begin anew. Between
Oh.
dark and light.
Cool.
The pure and the corrupt. The one true struggle.
Title drop.
Yeah, what an intro. Yeah.
Oh, new location.
Forest of the Lost Shepherd.
I don't know where we are, but it is definitely a new location. Going back to it. I can't use my mount.
Oh, you can't?
Are we in the same place?
I think we are, and yeah, we can't use a mount yet. I don't.
Back to the camp. So it's like a blue
Oh, hold on. Where at? The red dot.
No, that's where we're supposed to go. Are we not on the same one?
Whoops, didn't mean to click on it.
Is that on the
It might be instance. I'm just heading towards the. Oh no, it's down there. It's down Circus Trench. There's a place called Fort Job that we can attune to.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll take our time. This is, man. Well, you'll definitely like this first area. Ooh, Karagosa, nearly 60% done with your towards your first request. Last of the Red Rose, the reason behind the name Milan Yata. Milan because I like the name Milan.
From a list. You picked it from a list.
Yeah, from a list. But I also went through I also was looking at like I was thinking of Milan as in just the regular spelling. But I also saw that that the race started with a lot of M apostrophes. So I just adapted it for that. And Yata, I was just looking for fun things that sort of go for the end a bit. And I was like, Yata, that's like yay in Japanese, but it also kind of works. So we'll go for it. It was me trying to stay within the lore without knowing anything about the lore. Because I like to meld with the if I have to pick a character, I like to try to meld with what the world is, rather than just put my name in. It's like, that feels weird to have my name in this world.
Ooh, this is so cool.
We got our Vera.
I love new locations.
Every face in this city I know. Yours, I do not. This is the threshold of the Crystarium, stranger, and I am its gatekeeper. If you would enter, you will answer my questions.
Great design.
From where do you hail?
Gridania.
Do you
But they
take
don't
me
know
for a
what that
fool?
is.
No such
Yep.
place
Yep,
exists.
I thought we went to the past. I thought so.
Well, I don't know if it's the past. I
Had
thought it
you
was
given
the, like,
me an honest
the void,
answer,
like the
I would not
opposite
have
world.
barred your way.
Oh,
We care
maybe.
little here for a person's place of origin.
You think it's back
But
the past,
instead,
though?
you chose concealment.
Say it
And
again.
I will not
So you
suffer
think
you
it's
to
the
pass.
past? Not
I thought we
not
traveled to
like
the
alternate
past based.
dimension?
Well, that's because we saw a young Minfilia with Thancred, so that's why I thought it would be the past.
Right.
You could be right, though.
No, that makes sense.
Oh, she's a dancer. Dang. Oh, she already got loot.
That one had eaten. It must have gulped down the whole hand. Ring and all.
Familiar ring.
What?
This dude got eaten?
What the? That was fast.
Holy crap.
Or are we seeing a ghost? Or
No, I think it's implying he got eaten.
Everything all right, Captain?
oh, this is the guy with the arm.
Oh,
Quite all
yeah.
right, my lord. Just a stray sin eater, and a weak one at that.
I see. Weak or not, we should be on the lookout for more.
Man, I'm trying to remember where we last saw him.
Was of the guy calling us, right?
Yes, I think you're right.
But I see you've met my guest. I will escort him to
Yep.
the Crystarium myself, if you've no objections.
Another of your mysterious friends, is it? I should have known. Very well. I'll inform the others your guest is to be given the run of the city.
I have a prediction for who this guy actually is now that I think about it. I forget his name, but the guy that got locked into the Crystal Tower back during that.
Tia,
Yeah.
or whatever his name
Because we see him eating his giant, gratia. Because we see him eat a taco, so he comes back. So I bet this is him. I bet this is, gratia.
But wouldn't he have ears or something?
I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Less than cordial
Doesn't this
welcome.
hat have
May the rest of
cat
your
ears?
stay with us.
He does.
No, I mean, like, wouldn't that hood? I don't know. We'll see.
Come with me. I will answer whatever questions you have when we are somewhere more private.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a Makote, but it was just my first guess. Just because I know Graha comes back at some point. Somehow. And we are next to the Crystal Tower.
Right then. Before we plunge into the wheres and wherefores, let me first thank you for answering my summons.
You could have done it at more convenient times.
I had intended to bring you directly to my personal quarters, but I fear my aim was slightly off. That you were still able to make
I like this guy's voice.
A great relief. And so, we come to the question of where. Even if its inhabitants are largely oblivious to the fact.
Reflection shard thing.
Oh yeah, we might be in an alternate world. Highly and Jim, thank you very much for that follow.
As to wherefore, having been awarded the rather grandiose title of Crystal Exarch, I, in my capacity as caretaker of the Crystarium, thought to seek the aid of you and your companions.
Hey, Rusty. Yeah, he said we're in an alternate world. So you were right. I was wrong.
Did you already ask him a question?
No, I haven't yet. Sometimes I get caught up talking to chat or reading him.
I just don't want to go too far ahead.
The other scions here will be we're more concerned for our friends.
That is a question with no simple answer, but all shall be explained in due course, I promise you. Let us begin with the glaring skies up above.
Did each of us get sent to an alternate world?
Here in the first, the world has been all but consumed by primordial light. It began a century ago, by this realm's reckoning. A luminous flood swallowing everything in its path. More than 9/10 of this star was lost. And the fortunate few who survived are hounded by abominations born of that catastrophe even now.
Oh my god. I know exactly what's going to be happening.
You do?
Well,
Sin
kinda.
eaters, we call them. The creature you saw earlier was one such monstrosity.
It's being flooded by light. We're a warrior of light, but here there's the light is the enemy, so we're going to become a warrior of dark to fend off the light that's over consuming everything.
Balance.
Yeah, because of the balance.
It was to save the first from this menace that I learned to bridge the rift between worlds. That I might call upon the aid of the greatest of heroes.
Dang.
And though it meant depriving a world of its champion, I had to try. For in saving the first, you would bring salvation to the source as well. But what manner of host harangues his guests in the middle of the road? Let us continue our talk within the Crystarium.
Only vaguely Sumo Moeni. Man, it's been a half hour and we're still in the first quest.
Ooh, I like it.
The music or the place? I'm not... Okay. Only Link says, so in ages past, Hydaelyn shattered the world into the source, where I'm from, in 13 shards in order to weaken Zodiark, the god of the Ascians. Okay. So this is, we're from the source, and this is the first. So this is the first shard.
Such a proud and vibrant city. The sole sanctuary for the living in a world all but resigned to oblivion.
Hey, Juddinator. Thanks for joining.
Each stone was laid with hope. The town itself a symbol. A monument to defiance in the face of death. Who among us does not yearn for salvation?
It's cool to see the beast tribes here as well. The Crystarian Norvrant. Huh. When do I play 11? I tried 11 when it first came out. I did not like 11. Oh wow, we're joined by Lariah and Arjan. Nice. Let's talk to the Crystal Exarch.
Did you say something against 11, Derek?
Final Fantasy XI?
Did you?
I was not a fan. I didn't like how if you died, you lost levels or lost experience.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh man, Dragon Quest X offline for the West, or even just online for the West, would be very nice.
I was so absorbed, I didn't even hear you.
Polished oak chest with 70 item level 385. What's our item level? So this is likely the same as what we have. Oh, hello. Oh, Steiny's here. What is Steiny giving me? I was going to say, I think that thing we're going to get at... Oh my god, he's giving you a puppy, Chewy.
Aww.
Take care not to drown its literal puppy dog eyes. Oh my gosh. Well, I gotta bring him out now. Oh yeah, Final Five Nights at Freddy's movie next Friday. I probably won't see it because I've just not really looked in quite a while. Or not paid attention to it. I'm not sure if it'd be any good or not. Well, we gotta bring him out. There's Chewy. Ooh. Got all kinds of goody stuff. Now, a full and frank discussion in the privacy of my study would seem to be in order. But I think our conversation would be more meaningful were you first gain a firmer grasp of the situation here. To that end, I would like you to visit a few of the Crystarium's civic leaders and glean something of this world and its predicament. Time to learn about the Crystarium. It's our city tour, as we usually get. As you can see, this path will take you directly to the Aetheryte, a convenience with which I am sure you are only too familiar. Being the rightful object of my summoning spell, you should in theory be able to reach all the way back along your etheric trail and find a connection in the source, believe it or not. I strongly suggest you complete this attunement before venturing any further. Yeah, it seems like a good idea. I like how it looks different too, the Aetheryte.
Yeah.
After you have done so, walk up to the steps next to the Aetheryte and head out to the left to arrive in the Crystalline Mean. This is where you'll find our collective of crafters and gatherers, as well as their spokeswoman, Catelys, one of the people I should like you to meet. Like the name or something?
No, Joe gave me.
Oh. Another is Morin. To reach him and his cabinet of curiosity, you'll want to avoid the aforementioned steps, take the exit on the left, and simply continue straight along down until you come to the large doors at the end of the path. The third and final person I should like you to meet is Bragi, our man in charge of trade and distribution. He is to be found in the markets, which you can access from the opposite side of the Aetheryte Plaza. Oh boy. What'd you get?
Same thing.
Oh, okay. In seeking out each of my colleagues, you will visit the major districts of the city and hopefully gain a feel for the place. I trust my directions were simple enough. Crystal clear. Ha, very good. I can see... Are you
Carla
okay?
just texted me. She's like, I'm laughing every time I hear you in the background.
You're just giggling away back there.
Ooh.
Very good.
Yes.
I don't know. I can see the layout of the Crystarium owes more to historic necessity than planning, but I'm sure you'll learn its twists and turns before long. In all honesty, the true challenge may be in finding the right way to approach its citizens. As you discovered during your first encounter with the captain, the people of this world are unaware of the existence of other stars and will struggle to accept the truth of your origin. That being the case, when they ask whence you hail, as they inevitably will, I suggest you claim to share a homeland with the Crystal Exarch. There is an unspoken rule here about peering too deeply into that particular mystery. When you finish making the rounds, pray meet me in the large courtyard in the center of town. Until then. Oh wow, Oni Link's Crystarium says the Crystarium is their favorite one. Gave you what? Aw. That's nice of them.
So many sweet people here. This is so kind.
You're just kind of surrounded. Oh, he's probably going to take us on a tour so we don't get lost. Oh, fun fact. The Crystarium is based on the 1.0 cinematic trailer. Various NPCs also share their appearance with characters from that trailer. I'm going to attune to this. So there's your excuse to why you can actually attune to, you teleport back to where our, where we came from. Go where we first suggested and head up the stairs.
Ooh. Oh, that's pretty.
Wow.
The thing that Joe gave me.
Oh, is it?
It's like a bunch of diamonds.
Oh, that's cool. This is a cool area.
This music is so epic.
Crystalline Mean. There's Catless. Karagosa, what's my favorite fire emblem? Path of Radiance. Rare to see a place so well stocked with goods, isn't it? But not here. I'm going to guess you're new to our fair city. Well, for what it's worth, you've chosen a fine sanctuary. The Exarch can throw up a barrier if the Sin Eaters come knocking, so it's a damn sight safer in here than it is out there. Safer and more civilized too, thanks to us in the mean. We work together to procure materials and resources and craft the goods which make city life possible. This is the place to visit if you need a coat mended or a kettle forged. Just don't go thinking that it'll all be handled to you on a plate like those Yulmoran layabouts, okay? Here in the Crystarium, we work for a living. Though I see you're no stranger to honest labor, you don't have that whiff of indolence.
There's different names for all the races.
Oh, really? Huh. Though I see you're no stranger to honest labor, you don't have that whiff of indolence about you like some folk I've met. Still, I can't quite pin down your profession. Where is it you're from? One of the Exarch's countrymen, you say? I see. Yeah, Amy went in the other direction.
I followed Joe.
Makes sense. Well then, I'll work twice as hard to make you feel welcome. Our city wouldn't even exist weren't it for him, if it weren't for him, and any friend of his is a friend of ours. That is cool just to see the Crystal Tower there. It's really quite incredible when you think about it. They say his grand magic summoned the Crystal Tower into existence, pulled the entire thing out of thin air. It wasn't long before droves of refugees began congregating around its base, desperate for shelter after losing their homes to the flood. And that's how the Crystarium began. At the Exarch's invitation, buildings started going up, and with the help of some curious relics brought forth from the tower, the place gradually expanded into the thriving metropolis you see today.
That's so cool.
The city stood here for decades now, yet the oldest among us swear the Exarch looks exactly the same as he did back then. He is indeed a man of many mysteries, but for all his secrecy, he has never yet let us down. So if he and you wish to remain silent about your shared homeland, then the folk here will respect your wish for privacy. I am, however, more than a little curious to see any crafting talents you might be hiding. If you've ought to contribute on that front, be sure to come back and visit once you've had a chance to settle in. Just ask for Catless and I'll find you a niche here in the Crystalline Mean. You can help us keep the cogs of the city greased and turning. Alright, there's life in the Crystarium. It's so cool to see so many people hanging out with us. Why? Oh, Aetherite. Hey, we gotta attune to all the Aetherite shards. I gotta look around for those actually. Let me bring that up. The nighttime theme here brings tears to my eyes every time, says Lon Lon. Holy crap. Oh, I'm blocked from going that way. Whoops, did not mean to move that. Well, there's... Okay, will not let me jump down.
This place is so cool.
Yeah, it's wild.
Oh, I like this little area.
Oh, hey, there you are.
Oh, it's so pretty. Look at this. Look at the green and the purple. Oh my gosh, I love this.
I can see what you would definitely get housing here if you could. I think even would you choose this even over
Lavender beds?
Yeah.
It depends what it looks like, but this is so cool, this farm thing.
Alright, that's that. So I'll head over this
Wait,
way.
where are you? I'll show you.
I'm right next to you.
Hold on, stay there.
Okay.
Look at this. So here's the first one.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
And here's another one.
Oh, the crystals. That's fun. There it goes. Pretty. Blue Scare Helicopter. I do not have a house in Final Fantasy XIV. I don't have the money for it, and any of that. Amy has a house in Final Fantasy XIV. But I've not even got myself an apartment. I've just been focusing on story just to keep things moving.
Joe said that music scrolls are way more affordable on the server.
Oh, geez. Oh, God. I fell very far. I did not realize there was a hole there.
Oh, this is so cool. I am loving how...
Welcome to the
plants
underground.
are here.
Yeah. Holy crap.
I have a big smile. This is amazing.
Amy can send me as a tenant in her house. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I have Joe and Carla as tenants so they can put decorations in there.
Oh, nice.
How many am I allowed though?
I don't know, but I'm also in a different server than you, so that might affect
Oh,
things.
yeah. I don't know if we can do that then.
Yeah, probably not. Only Link says I never knew there was a hole there. The Cabinet of Curiosity.
This is so cool. This
Wait,
is
I
like
think
the
they're...
library in Dragon Quest.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, that's not it. This is quite the place to navigate, though, that's for sure. There we go. Here's Morin.
This place is amazing. I love this place.
I have heard about that Summer where it's instead of job quests, it's role quests. Yeah, so we'll definitely do those as we get our levels and unlock that. Excuse me, sir. Are you recently come to the city, perchance? I'm quite familiar with our civic roles, you see, and well, you also must complete at least one role quest sequence to beat the game. Really? Huh. Oh, I'll be doing that anyway. What I mean to ask is, have you brought any books with you? A rumpled scroll even? A scrap of scribbled on parchment? My apologies. Literature is something of an obsession of mine, as well as a profession. Librarian Morin at your service, and this humble collection is known as the Cabinet of Curiosity. As your powers of perception have likely informed you, my colleagues and I are responsible for curating all manner of tomes, documents, and other vehicles for the written word. As horrific as the loss of life and land wrought by the flood unquestionably was, the damage to recorded knowledge was no less catastrophic. We few do all we can to preserve what wisdom survived. Oh, there's extra.
These story times.
Oh, apparently there's extra content and lore if you complete all the role quests, Amy. I don't have all the roles though. But tell me, what brings you to the cabinet today? Looking for any title in particular? Mayhap a spot of academic research. Oh, so you have an interest in modern history. Splendid. A thorough review of recent events can often yield novel perspectives. I quite agree. Yeah, I don't have a job in each role. I really only played as my dragoon. I got my I have a scholar just because I have a summoner, but I've not done a tank at all. I've never delved into tank. If you would prefer something visual to accompany the account, then I think I have an illustrated history book for children somewhere. Just a moment and I'll fetch it for you.
This is so fascinating.
Oh my gosh, Danae, thank you for those 10 gift subs. Oh my god, going to Ginon, Just Value, Mellow Mori, Good King Linky, Video Game Guru, Jim Copro, Infinite Ion, Fetch Games Live, Onilink Plus, and Paid of Course. Thank you so much for that generous donations today. Oh my god. And here we are. Would you like to pull up a chair? Make yourself more comfortable. On with the lesson then. I highly recommend Dark Knight for tank for the story alone. Maybe we'll check that out. We'll see how much time we have, I guess. 100 years ago, or near enough not to matter, villains known as the Warriors of Light slew the Shadowkeeper, the Stewardess of Darkness. In the wake of this tainted deed, light began to pour into the world as if from unseen cracks. It pooled and swelled without cease, until the day an enormous, blinding wave rose up and swept across our star. We called this calamity the Flood of Light. Everything it touched was leached of life and vigor, leaving naught behind but a luminous wasteland. Yet just when it seemed that all would be lost, a savior appeared before us. The Oracle of Light. She stood twixt us and the approaching doom, and by her powers did she stay the flood. Thus was Norvrant, and Norvrant alone, spared the fate of erasure. Tragedy would, however, arrive in another form. From the blasted emptiness descended horrors of strange and terrible aspect to bedevil the few folk who survived. These sin-eaters were light incarnate, and their fulgent presence stole the night from Norvrant's sky. Even now they circle the remaining bastions of civilization, ever on the hunt for us, ever hungering for our flesh. And thus did the world become what it is. Should you ever wish to hear the tale again, I would be glad to retell it for you. Or if you'd rather I speak of other matters, that too would be my pleasure. I should be glad of the company. Alright. Wild. Oh, Geronimo. I got the Amaro launch to try to get to somehow. So real quick, since people are talking about it, here's my classes and jobs. I have, my Dragoon at 72, Summoner and Scholar at 64, Red Mage at 65. I took on a bit of a Machinist for a bit, and my Marauder that I took a little bit of is only at 15. So yeah, there's my classes and jobs at the moment. Never ventured into tank. But I've also barely played the others just because it's been, well, we've been at it a lot. Is there a way to go through here, or is it? No, that's a dead end according to the minimap. Yes, I'm definitely looking out for those other Aetherites. Time Sage. Yes, I believe we have. Let's go back in here. We need to get to that one with near the porter. How do we get there? I'm gonna do that first since it's just right over there. I think I'm gonna go this way. Completely away from everything, and etc. Oh my god.
What?
Just looking up at the Crystal Tower. Tank, healer, physical DPS, and magic DPS are the 4 roles in Shadowbringers. An Endwalker physical DPS becomes melee DPS and range DPS. So technically I have all of them. At least a little bit. I just need to spend the time to actually, level them up. I guess it's up here to get to this one. I'm just sort of bumbling my way to wherever we need to go. I honestly don't know. Nope. Up we go again. Yeah, this looks right. Yep. We always talk to the porters just so they don't let their thing pop up.
They're not called chocobos, they're called amaros.
Amaros, interesting. I have a cat named Razi Karagosa. By the way, I didn't get to comment on it earlier because of we were in the middle of a story cutscene. But I'm so sorry you had such a rough day at work today, Cat Evie. And then 10 hours without eating. That's rough. Just gonna shatter my knees. Now we can head back in, and there's just these down here to get. Oh, London Fan Fest is this weekend, so the first new job reveal will be for Dawntrail will likely get shown, Amy. I forget what the clues were again. Well, you talked to Bragi, I did not, so. Because he was wearing a TMNT shirt, right? New to the city, friend. The spinning head and wide eyes give you away. Welcome. My name is Bragi, and I am the master of these markets. They give the district another official title, but I'm not in the habit of using it. Too florid by half. In any case, our merchants stock a range of equipment for Mistil, such as yourself. Oh, I'm a Mistil. What'd they call you?
I'm a Drawn something.
Okay. So
They'll say what they all are.
So finding something in your size shouldn't be a problem. Theories are Green Mage and Pictomancer. Interesting. I'm actually Makote. Must be a dialect I'm not familiar with. Only thinks Green Mage and Corsair. Let's see if we can straighten this out. See those two in front of us? The shorter one is a Hume. That is straight out of Final Fantasy XI. And the taller one is an elf. Wow, just straight up saying elf. That sturdy individual over there is a Gaugent. Whilst the one with horns is a Drawn. Yep, you're a Drawn, Amy. And then you have the large scaly chaps with the long tails and a knack for raising livestock. Those would be the Zun. Which is apparently not the name you know them by. Now I'm curious to know which far-flung region you hail from. Ah, the same as the Exarch, huh? Well, that explains it. You don't get much further flung than that. We've had a few of your lot pass through in recent years, and despite their obvious learning, they've floundered over the simplest things. Huh. Oh my god, does time flow differently here? They said years. Did the others get older while we were here? Oh my god. That'd be wild. But not to worry. Should you find yourself confused by the local language or customs, I'm here to answer your questions. Oh, that'd be something else if it's been years, and that's why we'll have plenty of time to get back to the, our world. All right, let's get over this to this one, and then I just have the one next to repairs, I think. Vera are V's and Rothgar are Ronzo. Oh, that's fitting. Ronzo, straight out of Final Fantasy X. Indeed. Alright, this should be the last one I need. There we go. Perfect. Now we can see everything. God, there's so much. Pretty cool city. Pretty cool city. I'm talking to Crystal Exarch again. I'm not sure what you're up to. Oh, okay. Well, how did you fare? Did my colleagues help you form a clearer picture of this world and its people? Oh, here we go. Yes, it seems you were treated to a most thorough introduction. I understand it was something of a chore, but 'twas necessary that you grasp these things before we proceed. Yeah, I can't believe people are still able to play Final Fantasy XI. That's crazy. I hear its story is pretty good, but I just, I was turned off. You definitely need a party in order to have fun with Final Fantasy XI. As for the Crystal Tower's origin, you may have noted that details were sparse. The structure is, in fact, the selfsame one you know from the source, transported to the first in its entirety. It was my first attempt at breaching the boundaries between worlds, something of a trial run for your eventual crossing. And although I do not know which era I tore it from, I do know that its arrival served to set the wheels of fate in motion. Up. The item level is not as good as what I have right here, so I can't, it's not where I just saved it for something else. Alright. There's pants. They're getting you all this new stuff. I'm sure it looks cool, but yeah. Actually, I'll wait for you to get here. Did you get all the crystal shards? Yeah. Okay, so you'll just be able to find one and get right here. Because I'll be reading and spoiling things for you. I don't want to do that. Oh wow, I won't need to replace armor until the level 74 or 75 quests? Holy crap. It's a shame because, you know, I'd like to see the new armor I get. I need to organize my items at some point. God, I have all these old ones. I got all these coffers that I can't do anything with. Yeah, I could still try one. That's true. Oh, Amy has a broader otter equipped right now.
That's what Lil Rod gave me.
Oh, that's fun.
Do you not want to have extra?
Let me see if I have it. I'm not sure. Do I have the broader otter? Oh yeah, there's the Clockwork Solus. Oh, thank you. Nope, I did not have it. Oh, okay. Well, since you're able to trade, I'm going to go ahead and start the next quest. Travelers of Norfront. You've done as I requested and learned something of the world in which you find yourself. Now it's time I fulfilled my half of the bargain and explained what has befallen your comrades. That is a conversation I would rather have in the privacy of my quarters, however. I must go on ahead to the tower and organize a few things, but I shall see that the guard knows to admit you. The tower's gate lies open then? Well, yes, of course. It can be opened and closed just like any other door. Does that seem strange to you? I know not how the tower functioned in your time, but I assure you there is no danger of us being locked inside.
I asked him, I said, "Then Grandatia is," and then he was like, "Who's that?" And you explained, and then he said, "An extraordinary tale, but I'm afraid I found no such individual residing in the tower when it passed to my care. Mayhap we can revisit that mystery another time."
Oh, interesting.
Now I think it's best to focus on the present.
That is interesting.
So that's not
No, definitely not Grandatia. Into the Crystal Tower. Alpha says to remind, Grandatia locked himself inside. No one was supposed to be able to open the tower gates but him due to his Allegan royal blood. That is right. It has been a while.
This is giving me astrologian vibes.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard. I have much to explain, but the truths which I must touch upon in doing so would cause only distress and confusion for the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind.
Oh my gosh. Amazingly Bad Gamer, thank you very much for the raid. We are playing some Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. First time playing through it. Yeah, we are in it. Well, we're just starting it, really. We've just begun the main expansion itself. You guys were trying playing F-Zero GX. Yeah, we streamed that here before. And it's tough. I got mostly far. I got almost done with it. The last few bits in the story were ridiculous, but, you know, I still had some fun. American Kennel Club Dog Show. Oh, wow. Oh, you played Wheel of Fortune and you play on Wednesday. Oh, that's fun. I haven't played Wheel of Fortune in ages.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're still reading?
It's just so fascinating.
Yeah. All right. Let's get some story stuff. Amy got me excited. Yeah, we're into the, like, we're getting answers.
To put it simply, they are here in the first. Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. Here,
I wondered.
time flows at a different pace from that of the source.
After talking to Briog, I was like, I bet that's that case. I bet it's the case of that.
In the space of a single hour in your home world, an
Oh my
entire
God.
year might pass in the first, and the reverse could also be true. The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted. That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence, and thus, for the moment, you need not overly concern yourself with the passage of time.
Well, that's convenient.
As for your companions, however, Yustola and Urianger have dwelled here for 3 winters, all told, while Thancred's count stands at 5.
Holy crap. Onilink says, it was mentioned earlier that it's been 100 years since the Flood of Light. If you remember, the Warriors of Darkness came to the Source and 3.x when the Flood of Light occurred. Oh, wow.
Even our more recent arrivals, Alphino and Alize, have lived in the first for almost a year.
Holy crap.
My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well.
Huh.
As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete. Though they
I was joking, but Thancred did end up naked again.
in truth, merely spirits that one can see and touch.
Huh.
Consequently, while you yourself will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom, they will not. Much as it grieves
Oh,
me,
wow.
they are stranded here, unable to return.
Well, the good thing is 5 years of practice helped him. Then find a way to send them back.
That's what I said.
We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least. As you may have surmised, however, our efforts met with little success. And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Urianger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift. In that chaotic no-man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future. That which would one day come to pass. In his vision of tomorrow, the first was rejoined with the source. This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral
Oh,
calamity
God.
and the deaths of countless multitudes. Amongst those who perished, Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scion's mightiest champion. He watched you die.
Holy crap.
And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours. Their souls are stranded in the first, yes, but they have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction. Nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity.
Well, that's good.
Considering the circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events. And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips. I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand. Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your friends return home. What say you? Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least?
I bet I'll see you keep that promise.
Excellent. You will not regret this. With that settled, we shall have to see about getting you ready for the road. Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
So we're trying to prevent the 8th Umbral Calamity. Oh boy.
Which is what the Ascians want, right?
Yes. The Crystarium boasts a number of residential districts, but I have been informed that a room has just become available at the Pendants, which, as it turns out, is perfect. Our path there will take us past the markets, and I was hoping to give you my own introduction to their wares. Come along. I might as well walk. There's nothing, honestly.
So is this guy
Oh wait, there's.
where we are?
Doesn't seem like it. He just became aware of us from the source. In the source. What I like here is that even though you're nervous, you are intrigued. You're intrigued and enjoying yourself, so I'm very happy for that.
Yeah. This is very fascinating. I'm definitely pulled in.
Yay, she's enjoying herself.
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. Aught you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here.
I don't know, I feel like I'm in pretty good shape.
Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough.
Sweet. Universal
Each nation
money.
once minted its own coins, but was all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal. As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice. From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough not to matter.
I love how they have to explain all
Oh
this,
my
like your
gosh,
money will
I
work.
love
From
this.
the artifacts we recovered from the tower,
Oh boy, I haven't seen what you've seen yet.
It's so cute.
some of which may be familiar to you.
Oh, it's very convenient. Oh, the tombstones are here
Oh
too.
my gosh, I have to wait. I have to wait to see your reaction. I love this.
Wait,
I have
what's
no-
that reaction to the tombstones?
Because they're a pain in the
But
butt.
I fear it would not.
that is definitely what that.
That's my
You
reaction.
shall need a
at
means to
least.
access the commodities of your home world. Avan Kerm Sin?
Here we go.
You got a fairy.
Nope. Close. Look how cute.
Oh my gosh.
My dear
It's so
Feo
cute.
Ul, paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most vital task.
Well, Amy's in love. She got herself a pixie.
Well, I mean,
This
it's not
fine
ours,
gentleman
but-
is a friend from a distant realm. And we have need of a means
Oh my
to
gosh,
ferry
so
things
cute.
back
This
and
is like
forth
what I
from
wish
his
the
home.
sylphs were.
Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
You came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift? How wonderfully exciting! What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did! You've the heart of a pixie, you do. After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin.
Okay.
But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails?
Thankfully, yes.
Just as I thought! Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass.
Like in the tree
From
analogy.
this moment forth I will be your Isnefis, and you my Snayak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other. Raise your hand.
So apparently, each of the pixies are non-binary, so they're theys. Which is a pretty cool touch.
Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling. Come then, make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Oh no. We have
Mayhap
to
a
choose.
message to your friends in the source to inform them
How
of
do
your
we
safe arrival.
choose?
I don't know what we're choosing. Oh, wow. That is a hard... Oh, boy. All right. You pick one. I'll take the other.
I guess Tataru.
All right.
I guess. You can pick. You're streaming. You pick. Were you gonna pick Tataru?
No, I'll take Cryo.
Consider it done.
Or Creel.
As you heard, that was Feo Ul of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas.
Okay, it is
but
Cryo.
Feo
Okay.
is insatiably curious even by Pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium. Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
I have a feeling you're going to be like this when we get the Dawn Trail.
Yes, Dawn Trail looks so pretty too.
As a result of your pact with Feo Ul, you now have access to delivering Moogles, market boards, and summoning bells while in the first. Yay! Convenient. Gotta get to this Aetheryte shard.
Oh.
A little easier to get to the pendants that way. What about it?
It's just like its own thing.
Oh, yeah, I thought. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Hold on.
Wow.
Shoot, how do I... Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, wow, it is its own thing. This is all that's left of this world. Everything else was taken over by the Flood of Light.
Dang.
No wonder I had no idea where this game took place. That's cool. Alright. This way. Ah, there you are. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodation. You'll have a private room here at the Pendants for the duration of your stay, to make use as you see fit. When you're ready to retire, the manager will show you your lodgings. Pray rest and recuperate, and we shall reconvene in the Ocular anon. I believe that covers all the practical concerns. Thank you for answering my call, Milan. We are denied the comforting blanket of night, but may peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. It's so interesting to see the actual, like, light cause issues. I'll compare it to the Eorzea map. See, this is... Whoops. This is us fully zoomed out. Like, I can't scroll back any further. Here's Eorzea. What's really funny is that, you know, they have... Wait, is this where Dawn Trail takes place? Right over here? No. They go into this area, so somehow... I guess they sailed this way when they went to the east. Oh, the Crystamium is exactly the same place as the Crystal Tower on the source. Oh, okay, so... Up here. Cool. Very cool.
Ooh, this is so fascinating. You gotta get in there, man.
Oh, it's AU Eorzea. Lakeland, where we arrived, is Mordania, without being blasted to hell by the calamities. I see. Let's retire to the quarters.
Whoa. This is so cool.
Talking about the room or...
Just the information you learn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just like the one of the inns, just more fancy.
Wow, this is so fascinating.
Oh, in 1.0, Mordona was donut shaped. You. Ah, there he is, the Warrior of Darkness. I forget his name.
I know you. You're the Warrior of Light from the Source.
The Warrior of Darkness?
What? Did you just... You can hear me?
Yes.
Oh, gods, how long has it been? That was what I called myself in your world. The Warrior of Darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the Source. A daft one, looking back.
Ardbert.
If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood. We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the Source and try to hasten their goddamned ardor. I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia. How she listened to our pleas and returned our souls to the First.
It's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
The flood was poised to swallow Norvrant. Minfilia and my friends, they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away, leaving me to bear witness. Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood? A 100 years. 100 long years.
Hmm. God, and he's still stained with blood.
My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift. I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that? You were summoned to save the first. A waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who try to save it. Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured. If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end.
Did you just get that armor, or did you have that on before?
No, I've had my red armor for a while.
I'll be watching, Warrior of Light.
Wow.
But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
I feel like we'll be seeing him from time to time. The way I'm laying in this bed. It's so huge. Has to fill everybody. Man, imagine if we were I'm blanking on their names. Tataru's race. Why do I always forget them? Lalafell. Yeah, the Lalafell. Imagine if we were a Lalafell. We'd be so tiny. What do you want to buy?
I don't know. Do I need to buy anything?
Shouldn't. And if you're upgraded for, you got all the extra stuff. What is your, my item level is 400. Go down to, no, go down to your thing. Yeah, yeah. If you got that, then you're good. You're set for a while, Amy. You used your tomestones like me and got all that stuff. That usually takes you into the next expansion for quite a bit until we find better stuff. Okay, Evie slept on a king bed alone by yourself once. Not sure what that was like. Alright, back into the ocular. Oh, portal to the source. We can just go this way if we want to just go.
How did you find your new quarters? I trust you were able to rest.
I had a ghostly visitor.
I was not aware the room was haunted, and you were rather tired. Well, should you receive another visitation, be sure to let me know. Now, Let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts.
Yeah.
So did I.
Its reaction is pretty funny. Ooh, hello map.
This map shows the lands of Northrend, the only area to be spared the flood of light. The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland. To the north is the fairy kingdom of Ilmeg. That is where you'll find Urianger.
I want to go to the fairy kingdom.
Amy's like, fairy kingdom, hello.
To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Raktika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest.
Okay, you got a fairy kingdom, you got a forest area. Amy's in heaven. Omega's Kurthus. Raktika is Black Shroud.
Neither location can be reached
Why
without considerable
difficulty?
difficulty.
It's a reward for when you finally get there.
As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium. Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness.
Oh, okay. So that's what
For
it's,
his part in furthering our cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement. Alize, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armareng. They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world,
and there's Alda.
where the flood of light was halted.
Fenelon, yeah.
Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin Eaters. In contrast to her brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the Empire, and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather.
It's interesting that each of the cities of Eorzea are represented here, just alternatively.
Which one?
Mordana.
Oh, okay.
So, will it be Calicia or Armarang? It matters not which you choose to visit first. Simply inform me once you've made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount.
Sweet. Mount.
Ah, but you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of Sin Eaters. Being ever on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your paths will cross ere long.
Alright, let's talk to him. So, Mary messaged me before we started. She recommended to start with Alphino.
Oh man, because I was totally gonna see Alize.
Well, the thing with, according to her, with Alize's story, it's a little dark.
Oh.
So that's why she recommended Alphino's first. She specifically said, well, to give her exact words, Alize's route is a bit effed up. So we probably want to start with Alphino. You okay with that?
Sure. I'm not ready.
Alright, let's go find Alphino. As I mentioned, your destination is an island off the west coast, so you will need a mount capable of making the journey. Here is a letter of introduction. Present it to Zem the Genmai, the Master of Beasts at the Temenos Rookery, and he will take care of you.
You can talk to him again to pick up Alize's quest.
Oh, okay. You could probably do it. It's fine. We'll also...
We'll pick up both.
Huh? I was just going to come back here. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
So you're not gonna pick that up yet?
No. When you see Alphino, be sure to pass on my warmest regards. Time Sage says doing Alize second also flows into the first dungeon better. Alright, let's go to the Rookery. I mean, Alizé is dealing directly with Sin Eaters, so it makes sense that it'd be a bit effed up. I mean, the merchant we met, again, to kind of mirror our journey through Eorzea, meeting up with a merchant who took us into the city, got killed right away. So
we don't know if he was killed.
they said he ate his whole hand, so I'm pretty sure he's dead.
We don't know he was killed.
Okay. We'll see. I think he's dead though. But who knows? You might be right. It's entirely possible. Alright. A dirty trick. I like this. Cell 1 Lu looks at you, and you look at him, and he looks at you, and you look at him. You should probably ask what he wants. Oh wait, this is a... That's the side quest.
Yep.
I didn't realize. I just saw that was like, it was like a porter. It's like, oh, that's a porter thing. Oh my gosh. Still a funny setup. And side quests aplenty already. Your face is unknown to me. What business have you at my rookery?
Oh, so they're not festivals. This is a totally different thing.
Well, there are... oh, is it a...
But the Amara's not.
Ah, okay. Signed by the Exarch, no less. Yes, I can provide with you... Yeah, you're right. With an Amaro for passage to Coluzia, I will pick you out a friendly whelp. An Amaro, you say? That's right. Mounts like my grey friend over there are a common sight in these parts. But I gather you hail from further afield, more accustomed to chocobos, perchance. I hear there are a few places where they ride little else. Seeing as you are plainly unaccustomed to riding Amaro, I think it best I accompany you on this flight myself. Any Zun worthy of the name could do it, of course, but the Exarch sent you to me. Ensuring you arrive safely is my responsibility. Gather your things and meet me at the Amaro launch. One of the junior tamers will attend to you while I ready the mounts. You see what Sayo has right now, don't you, Amy? Their minion is a pixie. Yep.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oni Link, I've been watching One Piece for the first time, and I'm in Alabasta. You love Chopper. Yeah, we need to get Amy to... she's taking a little bit of a break from One Piece.
Wore me out with all the book-long fights.
Yeah.
It did a Dragon Ball Z on me.
Yeah, it wore her out.
The fights last way too long.
Mm-hmm. You want to fly an Amaro to Coluzia? Well, I suppose if Master Junmai is going with you. Oh, shoot, I didn't mean that. Can now use your Ether Compass to assist with locating Ether currents in new regions. The Ether Compass can be found under the collection in the activity section of the main menu. Sweet. Oh, really? It's getting an Amaro mount is tough? Wow.
The whistling breeze, mute. The pounding surf, frozen.
I wonder if this was like
Time itself takes a breath.
I'm not sure.
At light's edge, all is perfectly still. The world captured in a painting, locked in a moment. Music, faint and fleeting, drifts coastward on the lifeless air. And in the distance, beyond the broken earth,
oh wow, look at that place.
You have to level every class except Endwalker to 80.
That's wow. That's a commitment to get that mount. We are arrived. This is Cracked Shell Beach on the eastern coast of Coluzia. You should be safe here for the present. Compared to the mainland, Sin Eater attacks are far less prevalent, and the native beasts are not any more dangerous than elsewhere. It is the people you should be wary of. Spy you that city in the distance? That is Yulmore, the island's main settlement. It rivals the Crystarium in scale and was once an ally in our battle against the Abominations. For years, the Yulmorian elite have fancied themselves the master of what remains of our broken world. They have gone as far as to offer the leaders of other settlements their protection, if we bend the knee. But to say their ideals are questionable would be putting it mildly. The Crystarium is one among many who resist their heavy-handed authority, and while we are not at war, our relationship with Yulmore is strained at best. We're uniting everyone. It may be wise to conceal your ties with the Exarch during your stay here, especially in the vicinity of the city. I'm glad we understand each other. Now, the Exarch has instructed me to divulge a secret that should make finding your friend a good deal easier. Listen closely. And yeah, Sumo Momoni reminds us Ardbird is the one narrating the intros. So just like Lise was narrating Stormblood. Yeah. Yeah, Edmund. Lord Edmund. If you head south along the coast, you will eventually come to a fisherman's shack. A friend of the Crystarium lives there, a man who goes by the name of Ivor. Ivor keeps an eye on everything that happens in Colusia and will be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a spring of time. That will let him know you can be trusted. Here, this should be enough. Find your friend and stay in... Find your friend. I will stay here with the Amuro until you are ready to return. Alright. Oh boy. Well, Amy, there you hop in. Not that I can go much faster than anybody else. God, listen to that battle theme. Oh yeah, I turned it off. There's Ivor. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're really excited to see what the female ones look like. Rothgar, yeah. What are you after? Fish? Crab? I think I've got an eel in a barrel somewhere if you have a taste for them. Ooh, I do love a bit of thyme. Chuck in some in the pan and it's like a bloody festival of flavor. Now, what is I can do for you? Can't say there's been any major upsets to report these past few weeks. Alphino, eh? I know the one. Our young champion of the downtrodden. Yulmore is richer than all of Norvrant put together, but it's a different story for them that live outside the city. Most spend every waking moment just trying to stay alive, which makes your friend's dedication to helping others stand out all the more. I can't hazard a guess as to where he is now, but get him get a message to him, but you'll need somewhere quiet to meet away from prying eyes. Make for Stilltide. That's the fishing village just up the path here. You're looking for a rundown excuse for a tavern that the locals call the Leaky Keel. Wait there, and I'll see that Alphino joins you. I'm surprised you didn't get on your bike. Pretty wild, isn't it? Oh yeah. We'll have to keep eye out for side quests that'll get us those attunements. this is your first time in a tavern, it's customary to buy a drink if you mean to loiter. What are you be having? What will you be having? Ale.
I'm getting water.
I knew you would. A fine choice. And what will you be paying with? Well now, those are exotic. Where did you come by coins like that? I'm sorry, dear. I don't doubt they have value, but I don't have a touchstone to test their purity, and I'm not about to go begging for one from the neighbors. So we'll just have to come to some other arrangement. Ah, here's an idea. There's a common to the north where we grow our vegetables, but lately the pests have been eating more than we have. What do you say to a bit of extermination work? I want you to squash any vermin you find, then visit the caretaker and give him an earful from me for sleeping on the job. He'll be in the old silo next to the fence, snoring like as not. Do that for me and you can laze about here as long as you like. Oh dear.
Got the same mount with a random.
That's funny. And the music's so chill.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Garuda's wailing.
Oh, that's right. Wait till you hear the battle theme. Oh, here's the other blighted crop. I'm like, where is it? Ah, yes, the grapes. The grapes that everybody talks about. There they are. So is this...
Other one too.
Right, but there's more. Yep, there they are. The real grapes are in Walker Zone, but these are here too. Oh my god. I have Curthin Torment as a weapon skill. Oh, sure. Might as well do this. Someone cosplayed as the grapes at North American Fan Fest. Saw someone make earrings with the low poly grapes. That's great. Just let me know when you're ready, Amy. I'll have to sell these later. Yep. Now for the barred door. Right over here. Ah, I need to knock louder, huh? Hey, Ogre Pawn. And Jaden Buck, welcome. You hear a faint squeaking from the room beyond. Time to burst in and save the day, brave adventurer. Oh my god. No one is home, and judging by the lack of furniture, they haven't been for some time. The gnawed scraps of vegetables on the floor suggest rats have taken up residence in their absence. Well, that seems less than ideal. I know. The narration is very snarky in Shadowbringers. Gets a lot of dark humor too. Oh boy. Welcome back, dear. What did that good-for-nothing caretaker have to say for himself? Gone? Must have left to join the rest of the hopefuls. In Gate Town, outside Yulmore, you don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? And there I was thinking you were another dreamer. Well, never mind all that. Take a seat wherever you like, dear. You've more than earned it. I'll even throw in another drink on the house.
Thanks for the water.
Yeah, exactly. You should have asked for the ale or the mead. Oh, Ugrapon just got done playing a 2 to 3 hour session of Spider-Man Miles Morales, hoping the story is over tomorrow or Friday. Yeah, by the sounds of it, you'll probably be able to finish in time.
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
Ooh, hello, Alpha now.
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
Tis good to see you, my friend.
It's been a year, apparently. Wonder if we'll see them age up in any obvious way.
They should produce a better harvest than the last.
What, just like that? Oh, well, Fino, you really are a dear.
Great B-Man, after Realm Reborn and
I'd best be tidying up
and
some
Heaven's
of
Ward,
those
no more
old
alcohol for
dishes
you.
before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
It seems an age since last we spoke. Not since the prisoner exchange in Doma. And Yotsu.
Wow, it has been a while.
It has been even longer for me, of course, if you count the days I've spent here. The time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
Me, I was more worried about you.
Huh. Alize said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scolding. But I believe an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before.
Do their link pearls work here?
That's a good question. Probably not. Ours do, of course. Just for convenience.
I see. Both the Exarch and Alize told me what they knew of events, but I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable. And poor Tataru. She must be sick with worry. We must endeavor to return as soon as we may. It would be nice to bring her good tidings for a change.
Wouldn't surprise me if she's like gets a hold of us, like, here, clothes for them.
But before we bid this world farewell, we must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral calamity. Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true. By his description, the catalyst for the calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire.
Yeah. Huh.
Which can only mean one thing. Black Rose. Gaius was telling you the truth. When we were on the trail of the Ascians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more.
It's so cool seeing these elements that we're like, what are they going with this?
But so long as there are wars to
actually
be
come
waged,
to
there will always be those
see how they
determined to
matter.
win by any means. And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course.
Oni Link. Speaking of Spider-Man 2, I'm still reeling. Apparently my name is in the credits, my first AAA game credit. How'd you manage that?
In that sense, our involuntary journey here to the First was something of a boon. Together with the Exarch, we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining will be set in motion. I'm sure Urianger himself will cover the subject in more detail. But I can tell you the process requires that both worlds, the Source and the First, be facing an existential threat. One being sin eaters, of course. They are a menace that I would dearly love to remove, and not just to avert a calamity. I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered.
Oh wow, Onilink, I was an intern from Insomniac as a programmer this past summer. I worked on another of their publicly announced games, but some of my code apparently ended up in Spider-Man 2. That's awesome. I love Insomniac. That is so cool.
That is what brought me to the gates of Yulmore. Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority. If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure?
Let's do it.
And so we take to the road once more.
Oh, good night, Cat Evie. Assuming you have no objections, let us make our way directly to the city outskirts. If we time our arrival just right, we may be lucky enough to see why I have yet to set foot in Yulmore, despite my best efforts to do so. Come, from here we must head west and then cross a small bridge. I was just about to yell at Chewie for getting on the table, but he was a good dog and got down. Oh yeah, I should check these guys, make sure there's... Nope. Yeah, no currents there.
See my silly mount?
Oh yeah, that one.
Look at that cool mount.
Yeah, actually that's what I was looking at. I forgot about the gorilla. Oh my god, the gorilla. There's one down here, so let me just double check on that and then we'll... You know how the currents are, we gotta get those. Nope. Nothing there. Okay, cool. Mount. Oh, anyone with Aether Current should have a blue quest marker over their heads? Oh, I didn't realize that. Was that a thing before?
Yeah.
For some reason I forgot. Oh right, the blue quest. Yeah, that kind of blue quest marker. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I had this like brain fart there. That is such a duh thing. Collusia seems peaceful, does it not? Almost familiar? I had a similar impression of the Crystarium. Even in this distant world, people are much the same. To think that whenever a calamity struck the source, a reflection such as this one, with all its culture and history, was being erased from existence. No, get away from me! Over there! Quickly, someone's in trouble. I'm going in with my dragon. While I avoid the big lizards. That is true, Alpha. I don't think of them as blue quests. I think of them as like, gosh. Forgiven cowardice. Interesting. I think of them as plus quests. I don't know why, just because it has a little plus next to it. My poor heart. Thank you, young sir. Ah, there you are. In my haste, I lost my bearings, but I see you have the situation well in hand. Fine work. You're all right, madam.
Wow, it actually looks like a regular old person almost.
Yeah. Just a few bruises from where I fell, nothing compared to what was in store for me before this brave soul came to my rescue. I honestly thought I was done for. My feet are not as swift as they once were, and I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Not that I let that stop me. I should probably leave my old house behind and queue up outside Yulmore with the rest of them. Doubt those fancy lords and ladies would welcome an old crone like me. Still, even a shack near the gate has to be safer than staying here. One would hope. Either way, I suggest you avoid wandering alone, lest you make the Sin Eater's task any easier. Thank you again. You saved my life. Now I'm sure a strapping lad like you has little to fear, but I wouldn't linger long in this place. There's naught to be had here but cobwebs and memories. Tis as the lady says, many in these parts have abandoned their homes to live in Yulmore's shadow. Should the Sin Eaters descend upon this region, there are precious few with the strength to fight them off. Later, Chris Struck. Thanks for watching. Speaking of which, what have you been told of these monsters? A brief history then. It was not long after the flood swallowed the better part of the world that the Sin Eaters first appeared, some beastly, some beauteous. Yet regardless of their form, all seem incapable of speech, and all are driven by the same insatiable appetite for mortal ether. They are predators, and we are their prey. Kalusia suffers from far fewer attacks than most regions, but even so, the list of the Sin Eater's victims grows longer by the day. A tragedy without end. Still, we have won a small victory this time at least. Now, shall we press on? We need to return to where the road forks and follow the path that leads west. Got my big old bird. It feels so slow. You get so used to the old areas and being able to fly and just go where you need, and then you get to the new expansion and it's just... here's the pace. It doesn't allow you to enjoy more. Like, see the world. Although I have to say, this is probably one of your least favorite areas just because it's so brown. That's good. I don't have that. It's a very somber piece right now for me. That's all I have to say. Here we are. Okay, cool. Informative. That looks like something out of Amano's artwork, that city.
That gate up ahead is known as the Open Arms, and Yulmore itself lies beyond. This, meanwhile, is the aptly named Gate Town, the dwelling place of the many desperate souls who hope to be chosen to live in the city proper.
I thought I recognized you. Brought a new friend, eh? I'll bet you got a trick or two up your sleeve. Maybe even 3. Care to show me?
He's not here to compete. Leave him be.
What? I was only making conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please!
Oh god, they remind me of those Zorn and Thorn from Final Fantasy IX. With that red and blue outfit. Wait, I think that's their music.
Greetings to our hopeful
petitioners, one and all, Yulmore extends its warmest regards. Let it be known that a lady of distinction wishes to dine on fish divine. We seek a master culinarian who can guarantee seafood perfection. Dazzle the matron with your delicious dishes, and life in the city will be yours to enjoy, even on days when fish is not on the menu.
Oh, this is Calcabrina's music. I'm not familiar with Calcabrina off the top of my head. But man, it reminds me of Zorn and Thorn.
Answer the call. Name yourself or another. We may not at all.
Oh, it's the dolls from Final Fantasy IV. Okay.
Fish, is it? Was there anyone?
What about that girl?
Do you recall how I said Yulmore was a center of power and authority? Well, that is not the only reason for its fame. It is also known as the City of Final Pleasures. The noble and the wealthy who survived the flood gathered here to live out the rest of their days in decadent abandon. A poor man could sooner pass through the Iron Needle than Yulmore's gates. The only way the common folk can enter this perverted paradise is if they fulfill the whim of one of the privileged. And so they are picked over like market produce.
What a catch! We'll not be throwing this one back. Having seen your all too obvious charms, we welcome you with open arms. Come, join us in the City of Splendor and live out your life in an ecstasy of endeavor.
Well, at least nobody's jealous. That's nice.
Oh, just look at those expectant faces. What could you possibly be waiting for? Well, well, what have we here? An extra share of meal to celebrate our newest resident.
Wow.
For you.
Oh, lost.
Enjoy.
Thank goodness.
Over here.
Meal is a foodstuff which Yulmore routinely doles out to the people of Gatetown, and apparently a staple for its citizens as well. Many here rely on it to survive in these times of scarcity. Yet the whole arrangement just seems...
It's people.
Let us just say it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Looks like a bread butt. Creepy look. I don't know what that's all about. Doing some wild music all of a sudden. I guess that's just the song of this place? Now you understand why my attempts to enter the city have thus far come to naught. The dubious privilege of residency must be won via a contest with ever-changing rules. Oh, that's the battle theme. Oh, Alpha got into a fight. I see. They say this policy has been in place for the past 2 decades, ever since Yulmore's current ruler came into power. Yet from what I've seen, it does more harm than good. Not only does it distract people from our shared struggle against the Sin Eaters, it robs them of their self-sufficiency. I have tried to propose ways they can improve their lot, but my words invariably fall on deaf ears. The attitude is so entrenched now. I worry that, well, mayhap that you should take a turn around Gatetown and judge the situation for yourself. Okay, no blues. No worries, Alpha. Bubbling cookpot. Ugh. Definitely get that downtrodden feel. Just look at it. Can you imagine a more beautiful city? Every day I dream of the life that awaits me inside those walls. Oh, will they ever pick me? Probably not. What structure? The balloon or? Oh, I'm not sure. Hey, Jason Rocks. How's it going? Still here, are you? Can't blame you for wanting a slice of Yulmore's pie. If you ask me, you should ditch that sour-faced brat and make a home for yourself here. Gate Town's not much to look at, but at least it's safe. And the meal is the best thing I've ever tasted. What's that music? We get a time of day change or something? It's nice. Oh, yeah. Huh. You've seen what Gate Town has to offer? These people can no longer fend for themselves. They become dependent on handouts of meal and believe Yulmore is the answer to all their woes. Yet no matter how I frame my encouragement, they seem unwilling, nay, unable to conceive of any other way of life. Just part of the Kalusia theme? Okay. Definitely a bit messed up. You disapprove of Yulmore? Tis difficult to make a final judgment without first seeing the city's inner workings. Mayhap it is that uncertainty that which always makes me feel so ill at ease here. Not that it matters. However unjust this system seems to me, if these people claim to be content with their lot, it is hardly my place to criticize their choices. Excuse me. But take that elderly lady you rescued. Does it not seem that those who have chosen to forego Yulmore's largesse are doomed to suffer for their independence? In the end, they are all but forced to seek refuge in Gate Town, and so hamlets and fields across the island are left empty and untended, hastening the region's descent into ruin. Nay, I'm not convinced that Yulmore's generosity truly serves the best interests of Kalusia's people. I am not so naive as to think there is some miraculous solution to all of this, yet I cannot help but frown at the sight of hardworking villagers struggling to survive, even as the chosen few rejoice at being plucked from poverty by the hand of a capricious noble. There has to be a better way. I will not know for sure, however, until I have taken those long-delayed steps through Yulmore's gates. 'Tis fortunate that you arrived when you did, Milan. I've been working on a scheme to insinuate myself into the city, and if all goes to plan, it should soon come to fruition. There is a beast tribe who makes its home in the seas surrounding the island. The Ondo, they are called, though you and I know them as Sahagin. For the most part, they keep to themselves in their ocean grottos and rarely have dealings with land dwellers. But as Tataru took such great pains to impress upon me during our stay in Kugane, business favors the bold, and so I reached out to them. I truly discovered that the Ondo are inordinately fond of land-grown produce, fresh fruits in particular, and when I offered to procure such goods for them, they promised to pay me in pearls. An attractive business venture for any prospective investor. Would you not agree? Surely even the most jaded Yulmoran lord would have a time for a merchant who can make pearls from plums and pumpkins. Yeah. Oh, Jason Rocks, that's so nice of you. Just using the hour of lunch I get in my 12-hour shift to watch my favorite streamer. Also, World of Horror finally exits early access tomorrow and releases for the Switch and PS4/5 tomorrow. You should play it. Was that suggested or not? I honestly have no idea. I remember it coming up, but I don't know anything about it as far as a request. Yes, I've come a long way since my days of buying samurai swords without first negotiating a price. Amazing what a year will do. I love how that's still like a big thing for him. My appointment with the Ondo is due to take place in a few hours. I just need to collect the produce and meet with them on the shore. Might you help me make the exchange? Excellent. I shall be glad of your company. First things first then. We must pay a visit to Moshamoa, my supplier in the right. Come, it is just to the northwest of here. It is a spooky month, but we have a plan already. Oh boy. We got a spy. No worries. Back on my dragon. I still have no real clue what World of Horror is. Excuse me. Out of curiosity. $510 yalms to the north, so we're not going to get to that anytime soon. Later, Oscar. Take care. And we'll just get to the etherite. Nothing here, but there is an Amaro keep, so I'll go over here real quick to just take that while Amy, while waiting on Amy. It's wild being here. Is there something I can do for you, friend? Good day to you, Moshamoa. This is my associate, Milan. We are here to collect the produce I purchased. I loaded your lackey up with goods not long ago. My lackey? I know of no such person. Mr. Lad, short blue hair? No, he said he'd come on your behalf, and since he seemed to know all the details, I just assumed. Oh boy. Confound it, someone must have been eavesdropping on our conversation. Yeah, you think, Alphino? If this charlatan was here not long ago, he cannot have gone far. We should split up and search the area. You find a vantage point on the south side of town, and I shall take the west. Way to go, Alphino. We always joke about them loudly talking about something going on and like, you know, probably gonna get caught. Oh, that's a fate. Oh, I went towards a fate. Whoops. That's the only arrow I saw at first. Oh my god. He's grown, but not that much. I mean, it's only been a year. And that would be something if more time had passed and he actually grew up into a, you know, the proper size of the, the full-grown size. Because you kind of forget that he's still kind of a kid. Thank you. Alright. Got one of these again. Well, found him at least. Oh, Makote. How could he? Alright, they're called mistles. I gotta get used to the new terms. Okay, World of Horror is a kind of roguelike point-and-click mystery game set in Japan, 1980 whatever, where you have to solve 5 mysteries from a pool of mysteries before a cult can awaken an old god of your choosing. Each run can go between 40 minutes to 2 hours, depending on how good bad things go. Inspired by Junji Ito. Oh boy. Highly recommended for anyone who likes spoops. Wow. And Absolute, the one who requested Shadowbringers originally. Can only watch sporadically because I'm busy on Wednesdays, but I hope you end up having a memorable experience with Shadowbringers. Oh, I definitely am. It's been very interesting so far. I just realized it's kind of funny. I gave it to your lackey, a blue-haired mistle. I'm friends with Alphino and I'm a blue-haired mistle. Whoops.
Yep. An easy mistake.
Yeah. My hair looks better.
Yeah.
Well, they're a term for Makote.
There you are. The thief who claims the harvest on my behalf. Hand it over.
Well, forgive me. I have to get into the city. I have no family and all my friends have already been chosen. No one here gives a damn about me. When the meal gets handed out, I'm lucky if I get a smell of it. No matter what I do, they won't call out my name. I'm so tired, I'm so bloody hungry. I thought maybe I could steal your idea, get in that way.
What is your name?
Kai Shear.
Yeah, I do have siblings, Karagosa. Two younger sisters. Yeah, it's Kai, Amy.
I know.
Tell me then, Kai Shear. Must it be your more or nothing?
Yeah.
What of the Crystarium? They may not offer charity, but you would be fairly compensated for any work you did.
No, it has to be Yulmore. That's where all my friends are. We made a promise that we'd live together in paradise.
I was to make my deal with the Ondo at the Clave. Listen carefully, and I shall tell you my plans for the business, and how best to arouse the Yulmorans' interest.
You'll give me your place? Just like that?
I'm giving you a chance, nothing more. What comes of it is entirely up to you.
I love the cinematic shots.
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
You can tell the production quality has gone up quite a bit. It was a fun birthday subathon. Boo Scary Helicopter. It was pretty wild.
This was but one path. There will be others. But for young Kai Shear, it was the difference between life and death.
Way to go, Alpha now. Holy crap.
I do not regret my decision. Yet I will admit that a part of me wonders if it was for the best. We strive to bring swift salvation to this world. That countless lives might be saved, not least your own.
Oh wow, Lass has a twin.
Even if it came at
That's
cost
cool.
of one man, should I have forged on regardless?
Fraternal or identical?
That's not who you are.
I suppose not.
Fraternal. Okay.
Forestinian here, he would most likely scoff at my soft-heartedness.
Same old Alfino, ever the slave to sentiment.
Oh God, the way he
But I
mimics
thank
that
you for your
voice.
kind words nonetheless. Let us see to it that both these stories have a happy ending.
I'm not sure. Would you know how many channel points that would be, Amy, if Karagosa were to gift the sub to someone or renew with their own?
I don't know that, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know offhand.
Shall we return to right then?
I don't think it's like, I think it's 300 for yourself, but I don't know. I think you get to set it in your back end. I think the
Do I?
default's 300.
Yeah, I probably left it in defaults.
I don't know for sure though.
What's he see?
I can't be sure, but I think someone's in trouble. Come on, they may need our help.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that, Karagosa. I wonder if we'll get through all of Alphino's quests before we have to end, because we only got 30 minutes left. Mm-hmm. Actually, real quick. Okay, West. Oh, I understand that, Karagosa. Are you close to your next request? It's funny how I kind of recognize some of these places just because of, like, yeah.
That infamous fight where it's like the second ones.
Yeah. It's kind of wild. A little over 60%. Okay. Hey, there's an ether current. I will take that. What are we in for with this guy? That should take care of the worst of his injuries. Mercy, mercy, I beg you. Breathe easy, sir. No harm will come to you here. Oh, Jason Rock's sitting at 321,200 out of 500,000 over here for quest number 3. Holy crap. The poor man is shivering. Pray keep an eye on him while I get a fire going. I thought for certain I was dead. How am I ever to repay this kindness? We'll settle for the tale behind your current predicament. Why don't you begin by telling us your name? Tristal. I was invited to Yulmore to work as an artist. I wonder if something's up and they're being used like slaves. A wealthy couple took me in to paint pictures for them, but when my style proved contrary to their taste, they just as quickly turfed me out onto the street. I was left penniless and patronless, a grave sin in Lord Vothtri's city. Within days, they had brought me before the man himself, and he asked me what I meant to do. Dejected as I was, I told him I wished to leave. Oh, time stage. Speaking of requests, since Amy's here, I have a question for her. Namely, would she be willing to play the fans-translated SNES game? They could provide a ROM.
What is it?
What would the game be?
Oh, like whatever you want to do.
Yeah, would you be able to play?
If you set it up, I could be able to play it. And
Yeah, I could set it up.
I mean, I don't know what it is, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, Amy'd be down for it. I could probably set it up for her. I'll probably have Z-SNES or something like that. All right, your second request was Kodelka for the PS1. Oh boy, I'll have to keep an ear out for if Sony decides to turn off that stuff, so I can pick that up if so. Definitely keep me out. Oh, you would definitely be into this, Amy. Sailor Moon: Another Story, the Sailor Moon RPG.
Oh, is it good or is it like?
No, it's good.
That Mary played where she got.
Yeah, no, Mary likes that one. Yeah, Mary really likes that one. So yeah, you'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's one of my wish to leave.
I love Sailor Moon.
Yeah, she does. You still gotta watch the live action show.
Crap one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no, not the U.S. one, the Japanese one. That's still kind of crap, but yeah. Little did I know how soon he would grant my wish. They flung me over the balustrade into the goddamned ocean. Oh my god. From up there, how were you not dashed to pieces? Don't ask me. Luck, I suppose. Though if you hadn't found me when you did, it wouldn't have counted for much. Monstrous. And the citizens condone such barbaric punishment. Oh, without a second thought. When Lord Vothri passes judgment, no one so much as blinks, let alone argues. In Yulmore, his word is law. The more I hear about Yulmore, the more determined I am to see what waits within its walls. I shall bend all my thoughts towards securing another way into the city. There must be something we can do. But first, we should convey Tristal to the shelter of the village. Fire or no fire, he needs to be out of this chilly coastal air. A way into the city? Sumo Moini says the game's kind of mediocre, but you'd probably like the plot. Yeah. You're almost halfway to request number 2, Game Belt. $317 out of 500,000 for your third Blue Scary Helicopter. Holy crap. You guys are making good progress, that's for sure. Thought of sending my saviors into that awful place makes me sick to the stomach, but since it's plain you've set your minds on it, you should take this. It's my favorite paintbrush. The Yumoran elite are never satisfied until they get exactly what they want, and if I'm not mistaken, the couple I mentioned will be looking for someone to replace me. If you make a show of owning such a well-used brush, you may be able to convince people you have a talent for painting. Are you certain? This is your livelihood. We cannot deprive you of such a treasured possession.
When you know that, there's 2 quests for Etherite.
Oh, okay. I give it gladly after all you've done for me. Besides, I can't. I don't think I have the heart to paint anymore. As to what I'll do instead, I honestly haven't decided. But I shan't stay long in this place, not with that city brooding over me. Nay, I'll move on to new lands and a new profession, and I'll keep you in my prayers from now until my dying day. Hey, level up. City of Final Pleasures. They say kindness is its own reward, but Tristal has repaid us with a gift as timely as it was unexpected. We will, however, need to act upon his advice before another painter steps in to fill the vacancy. Thankfully, I do have some modest skill with a brush. Nothing approaching that of a true artist, of course, but enough to play the role, I would hope. As for you, well, if you don't mind taking a subordinate role, mayhap you could pose as my assistant. Then it is settled. All we need to do now is return to Gate Town and await the next appearance of those vile jesters. Alright, let's get those blues. The noise! Oh, who are you? Oh, I don't need to read these, actually. Let's see. Husband down the road. Should be hard. He's the strongest Talos. And there's the other one up. Whoops. Didn't mean to click off that. Ulyss. All right. Time Sage did mention, reminds us, he took up the painting habit to try to impress girls. An escort, huh? Eesh. Band of hunters are badly mauled. Simply mentioning is unsafe to wander outside the village these days would be enough to bring back memories of that grisly scene. But the roads are dangerous. Alright, which one do you want to do first, Amy? Okay, I'll just head there. Oh yeah, it's right there. Oh, I couldn't make it up the hill. Thank you for the help, Lariah. What did I tell you? I was barely 10 steps out of the village. Come on. Let's get out of here before more predators have a chance to gather. Well, at least it's not a true escort mission. All toasters, toast. Thank you for the escort, Milan. This is the gentleman I wish to speak with, so we need to go any further. Siluk. Are you wandering around by yourself out here? You know what kind of creatures lurk beyond the borders of the village. Ah, well, if it isn't Clifton's little girl, something I can do for you, lass. Yes, sir. I came for an answer to my proposal from the other day. Have you given any thought as to taking over as village mayor? I'm doing the best I can in the interim, but I have neither the age nor the wisdom to continue in the role, and the rest of the villagers agree with me. I'm fairly sure I told you nay once already. But seeing as you found a guard just so you could come and talk to me, then mayhap I will consider the idea, in exchange for a few small tasks. You will? Please, just tell me what I need to do. My friend Clifton, your dear father, was looking for a sickle to cut some rope. Would you mind skipping back to the village and borrowing one for me? Why would you... I mean a sickle, was it? For cutting rope. That shouldn't be too difficult. I'd only meant to ask you along for the one trip, but if I'm to complete these tasks, would you be willing to indulge me a while longer? Suspicious, as Amy puts it. Back to the village. Oh, later, lass. I was wondering if it was one of those that leads to a set of a set of quests. Good day to you, young Ulysses. You look a little flustered, dear. Was there something I could help you with? And a good day to you, madam. I was actually hoping to borrow a sickle. Is that all? Here, you can take this one. I have several spares, so there's no rush in returning it. Doing a spot of harvesting, are you? My thanks, but it's not for me exactly. I was asked to bring one for my father. Your father? The shadows saved me. Forgive me, if you are to accompany me on these tasks, then you deserve to know the whole story. It was my father, Cliftel, who was the former mayor of Wright. And the incident I spoke of earlier was something that happened a year ago. One day, a stray sin-eater came prowling around and slaughtered nearly half the village. It was a waking nightmare. Some of the villagers blamed my father. They said it was because he refused to accept the protection of Yulmore. The sheer scale of the tragedy and the accusations that followed wore away at his conscience until finally he could bear the guilt no longer. He hanged himself. Jeez. Luke, the old man we spoke to, was his closest friend. But considering how he worded his request, it seems he's reluctant to accept the fact of my father's death. Still, I would see this task to its end. Let us bring him his sickle, shall we? Sheesh. Say, Luke, sir, we've brought the sickle you asked for. Ah, good, good. Old Cliftel will be glad to see this. Oh, sir. Thank you for staying with me, Milan. This might be harder than I expected. Well, that's for another time, perhaps. This thing looks so silly when you're just driving around on the on the ground. It's the one-man airship thing, Amy.
It looks better than the sail.
Yeah, it's true.
Every time I get that, I'm like, nope. That thing at least looks kind of like a weird car.
Yeah.
And also the birds. I feel bad when they're just roaming around instead of flying.
The land ship. There they are. Yeah, this can do for you, stranger. I'll be with the Heimer. This has been that long. I was aiming to salvage the planks of this old hull, but she's giving me more trouble than I bargained for. Bit of a waste to leave all this lumber lying around. Not much call for seaworthy ships since to light up half the world, you understand. So I reckon it were better for a woodworker like me to put it to good use. These boards, though, they're so tightly joined I can't pull the bleeding things loose. Here, do me a favor and sprinkle some of this powder on the joints along the keel. I'll keep working on this end, and with any luck, I can make it home before the wife stomps down there to fetch me herself. Oops. There we are. What? Who knows what you two are up to? Miss. There we go. That should do the trick. Powdered fire crystal is the best thing for melting wood glue. Just pour on a little water and this thing will take care of the rest. This ought to be a one-man job now, thanks to you. Oh, and if you could let the noise... I just want to say the noise. Know that I'll be done within the hour. Then you'll have helped me out with the 2 rough spots today. Oh, time for my Butterfinger mount. Based on our time, it looks like we'll probably be able to finish up the next quest for Alpha now and probably have to end it there, huh, Amy? Oh, yeah. Oh, well. Alright. To Alphino. On my dragon. Okay, Oni Link says it got about halfway through Alphino's arc tonight. I mean, the beginning of the game and just getting into this whole thing definitely took a while. So we should go to... Next time, I'd probably be able to finish up both Alphino and Alice stories. Maybe? It's just funny to me see Lariah fly next to me in that thing. Whatever it is. I don't know, it looks like a small biplane. No, I can't get up.
Oh yeah, I remember when Joe got that. He was so happy.
It's so... Oh, is that straight out of the Gold Saucer?
Yeah.
Okay. I wondered. What's Alphino have to say? Alright, let's wait to be chosen. At least a good way into LSAs. Yeah, I have no idea how many quests these guys have, so we'll see. Here they come. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention once more. What a day it's been for the folks at our door. Oh, Air Force One, Final Fantasy VI, Kefka Savage Reward. Oh my god. We've welcomed a peddler who made pearls from a plum, and now we've placed for a painter a plum. So come along and don't be slow. It's time to let your colors show. I can paint, portraits at least. Landscapes and still lifes are so rarely commissioned these days. Oh, I thought I spied some new faces in the crowd. What fortune that you should feel at ease around an easel. What proof have you of your prowess? Any masterpieces on your person? You didn't ask the culinarian for that. Sadly not. Everything I paint is soon cold, such is the life of a working artist. I have only my brush to testify for me, though you will note that it has seen no small amount of surface. Aha, flecks of paint, both old and new, a tool much loved and much used. Not a prop to be conjured on the hop. Very well, come with us and we'll put those talents to the test. And who is this hanger-on, a well-wisher or parasite? Why, this is my assistant, he whose unfailing support allows my art to flourish. I will go with him or not at all. Can't you tell from the lance on his back? Parasite, then. We shall leave his fate in the hands of your new employer. It matters not a whit to us. And having filled our latest vacant space, we retire to Yulmore's sweet embrace. Oh, mercy me, the meal! We almost took our leave without leaving a loving token. We must empty the sacks ere we make our way back. This place is gonna be really messed up, isn't it? Just get that sense, don't you, Amy?
I don't know.
Well, there's the Aetheryte at least.
Redemption is beyond us. The lament of all but saints and fools, and the comfort of the lords and ladies of this accursed place. Once they held fast against the madness, only to embrace the coming cataclysm and delight in the end of days. Perhaps in rapture they seek to lose themselves and the misery they share. Or perhaps for them alone, the promise of eternal pleasure really does hold true.
Alright, we made it. Who does? Oh, yeah. Welcome to the city of final pleasures. Feel free to weep at its magnificence. No? Not even a single tear? Moving right along then. Our first task is to register you as residents. You know, make it all nice and official. We'll smooth the way so you just need to put on your happy faces and head through the Joyous Hall. The Bureau of Immigration is in the first room on the left side of the passage. Declare your name and occupation in a nice loud voice. The clerks will tell you where to go from there.
You think they'll do a Ellis Island where our name's butchered?
I could see it. Oh, and pay no mind to those folk off to the side of the road. Much like the hopefuls in Gatetown, they haven't earned the right to enter the city proper. If, however, you enjoy basking in the envy of your fellow man, then by all means, take your time. But why waste another moment? Go, enjoy the beginning of your new life in paradise. So why is there an inner Gatetown? The Bureau of Immigration, was it? I suppose we better show ourselves willing for the time being. Whoops, didn't mean to click off that. We might as well just get to the Ethernet shard and just stop there, Amy. Since we're at midnight. So yeah, we have made our way into Yulmore.
Oh, it's very opulent.
Oh yeah. Oh, you actually. Oh wow, you went inside.
Don't need to?
Well, yeah, I was going to end here.
Oh, without going inside?
Well, we can end in the entry hall. Yeah, it is definitely, man, what a shift, isn't it? I don't, is there a main Aetheryte?
I guess not. There is one.
The understory. Oh yeah, in the canopy. I thought that was, okay, we should probably...
Let's just keep going until we get to the main Aetheryte.
Okay, yeah. No, agreed. For some reason, I didn't realize there was a main Aetheryte. Whoops. Welcome to Yulmore, fortunate friends. May I have your names? I am Alphino, an artist, and this is Milan, my assistant. Ah, yes, I was informed of your imminent arrival. We can forego the usual interview and begin processing your registration papers forthwith. Oh, OnlyLink says I'm just going to say that now you cannot access that Aetheryte for a while. So we'll just finish up this quest. This area was your endgame hub where all your tombstone vendors are. Oh, okay. I see. Now the citizens of Yulmore are divided into two classes. There are the free, who are blessed with the favor of Lord Vothri, and the bonded, who work in the employ of the free. You will be joining the ranks of the bonded. Your duties are to serve a patron in the capacity for which you were chosen. In your case, painting pretty pictures. Should your patron dismiss you for any reason, you must find another sponsor among the free or accept work as a general laborer. I see. And might you tell us something of the patron we are to serve? The two patrons, actually. Chainuz and Dulia Chai, a Mistle couple whom most refer to as the Chais. They are both gentle souls, but I would ask that you conduct yourselves with respect and humility, for your own sake as much as theirs. Now, a moment please while I complete the relevant paperwork. All in order. These are your registration documents. Take those papers next door and submit them to the clerk. Once they've been stamped, you will officially be Yulmoran citizens.
Can you imagine doing this with a lot of people? It would be like a line.
Yeah,
a real line.
I know. It would be very much like an actual line at the when it was new. That would be something. Although it kind of works better for us just because it seems like so rare that people get in.
Well, not rare, but like one at a time.
Yeah. I guess we'll finish up this quest and then call it. Since we can't get to that other place. Welcome to the Bureau of Registration. Papers, please. What have we here? Alphino, artist. Milan, artist assistant, to be employed in the service of Lord Chainuz and Lady Dulia Chai. Yes, everything seems to be in order. Your registration is hereby approved. I think it's best that we deliver you to the Chai residence before... Oh dear.
Oh my God.
You smell hideous. Did you crawl here through a ditch? It's like an unholy miasma of dust and sweat and the musk of some unwashed beast. My reaction. Proceed directly to the delousery next door and scrub yourselves clean. Use whichever showers are free. After you've rinsed away that stench, you'll want to splash yourselves with this perfume, liberally. Once you've made yourself presentable, then you may proceed to the Chai residence. Cornene, the guard by the stairs, will give you directions. I hadn't realized we were so aromatic. You'd think we'd be less so than Alphino, at the very least.
At least they look fancy. Alright, everyone get your own shower.
Oh, yeah. Alright, let's see what Alphino is. The delouser. Are they actually going to strip us down or not? All the monsters saying, "Up, you rinsed yourself clean in the stream of water." Only Thancred and Ishtola get nude scenes. Oh my god.
What?
Oh, I thought this person here was just completely naked. Is there small clothes there? It's like, there's just a plain old butt. What the heck? Where do we need to go next? Nope, not there.
Oh, perfume.
Oh yeah. Where's the perfume at? No?
Yeah, in your key items.
Oh, key items. Where the heck is that at? Oh, shoot. There it is. Oh, I forgot about the quest. I didn't see it over there on the quest list.
Oh, man. What did we say to Alpha,
Oh, boy. Oh, you've showered and dressed already, have you? Is it not? That is to say, it seems rather exposed for one's ablutions, does it not? Hurry up and shower, Stinky. What would Estinian say? Alice would have been drying her hair by now.
I'm totally saying the Stinky one.
Alice would have been drying her hair by now.
Fine, just a quick rinse then.
Wouldn't she just? Very well. I shall endeavor to emulate her boldness then. Courage, Alphino. That dude pulled a trick like in WWE character creation where you can make the same color as their skin, which gives them the appearance of nude. That's how a friend of mine created Squidward in that game. Oh my god. The lines. Well, that was bracing. I believe the lingering smells of the road have been successfully expunged. Shall we go and present ourselves to our new patrons then? What, the patrons? Yeah. Oh boy. We shall see. I mean, you don't seem like
they're nice.
Good. Well, they were okay with a person getting thrown out of a
no, I thought this was a different person.
No, that's the same.
The same one?
Yeah, it's the same people because that's why it was opening, because they needed a new artist because he didn't match. So they tossed him. They literally tossed him out.
Well, that was actually the other guy. They didn't. They just said we don't want your style anymore.
I guess. We need directions to the Chai residence. You're looking to present yourselves to the Chais, are you? Let me explain how the city's laid out then. Imagine 3 layers, one on top of the other. This layer here is called the buttress. Above us is the understory where the military has its headquarters, and above that, you've got the canopy, which is where the free citizens of Yulmore spend their days. So if you want to find your new patrons, you'll need to keep climbing until you run out of stairs, then look for the Grand Dame's parlor. They'll be in there like as not.
Are we gonna go or are we gonna leave it as a
Do we want to...
horrible cliffhanger?
This is the last bit of it, so we'll go up there and then leave it. It's green. I know you're into this when you don't want to stop playing. That's a good sign.
Oh, I'm hooked.
Amy is hooked. The showers are a popular spot for mod users to take screenshots. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
I'm not surprised. By the way, that lift guy down there, he said he would take you to the canopy, unless when you click on it, he says no.
Oh, I have no idea. I was just listening. I was just following this.
Ooh, yep, see?
Oh yeah, there's the main etherite. Oh look, there's Pikachu.
Oh no, you do have to have special permission.
Oh, that's a tease. Well, I'll talk to Chinese first. Hold on, let's see here.
Well, I have not seen a model like this.
Oh yeah, I don't think they're gonna be. Oh my gosh.
That's a new model.
That is definitely a new model.
They don't have.
They don't have that weight. They don't have weight options like that.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be nice, Amy.
Alpha. Good.
Can't access it. You're basically an indentured servant. You have no other rights than to paint. Oh my god. Fat cats, you can tell they're rich.
Pray forgive our intrusion. I am given to understand you were in search of an artist.
Ah, you must be the new,
Oh, goodness me. What an adorable boy. That silken hair, those pearly cheeks. Oh, and you even smell wonderful, like a bed of flowers.
She has the same VA as Lorithia from Xenoblade. Hold on, I gotta look up Lorithia. It's been a while. Sounds familiar. Oh, is it her? Oh my god, it is her. The Hyentia woman. Oh my god. That's amazing.
I approve of this one, dearest. I am positive he'll paint us the most delightful pictures.
Yes. Well, as long as he paints better than that talentless wretch we sent packing last week.
Oh, it's been a week.
Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome to Yulmore.
Alphino, if it please you, my lady. And this is my assistant.
Oh my god.
Your assistant?
Oh yeah.
I've heard of folk bringing in family members, but this seems a bit irregular. Aren't you a little young to have a protege?
We are family in all but name, my lord. Though we share no blood, we have stood by each other through life's many challenges.
Alphino's being able to BS.
Or not at all.
Oh, that's
Of
wonderful.
all people, 'tis he who best understands my work. With his unique insight guiding my hand, the art I create is sure to satisfy your expectations. Once the picture is begun, of course, I shall have no need of constant encouragement.
Well, I like her so
And so
far.
I wondered, rather than him being in your way, might it then be permissible for my assistant to explore the city he has so longed to see?
What were you saying, Amy?
I like her so far.
Oh, really?
Out of gratitude for his priceless contribution to my art, I thought it only fair that I make this humble request on his behalf.
Oh, did you ever hear of such devotion? Of course your assistant must have his wish. He shall be free to roam to his heart's content.
She is weirdly likable, isn't she?
For now.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, darling?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course, dearest. Quite right.
Oh my god. All right. Well, that is that. I know, we have to wait a week. Well, I am definitely intrigued on where this is all going to go. Made some decent progress, though, I'd say. Definitely got introduced to a bunch. Oh, man. Like I said, you can tell it's good when Amy's like, I want to keep going. Although, maybe we should play, try to play as much as we can off stream. I know we won't be doing story progress, but people do want to see us get, like, try to build up our other classes.
Classes or jobs?
Yeah, the main jobs. I would need to get my summoner, excuse me, my summoner, my scholar, and one of the tanks up to 70. But we'll see. Time is precious, as you all know. So we'll see how it all comes together. But I wouldn't mind playing more with you, just doing that sort of stuff. So, yeah. In the meantime, though, of course, let's see if we can raid. We'll be, we'll be back on Sunday to not only finish up Danganronpa 2, not too much left of that, but likely start Alan Wake Remastered for our late start to our Hollow stream as we try to beat that before Halloween hits. So look forward to that. And then Monday, of course, will be the continuation of Alan Wake as well, now that we finished up Zack and Wiki. So yeah, we got Alan Wake and, end of Danganronpa 2's bonus stuff, Alan Wake, and Final Fantasy XIV, which of course we'll be picking up from here come next Wednesday. So definitely look forward to that. Otherwise, let's see who we can raid. Let's see. We have Blue playing Resident Evil 4, Kenshin playing Resident Evil 7, Proton John doing his retro games. We could raid him since we're doing the game club. But we could do like a Yoshi Story raid for him. I feel like I almost want to raid Proton John and just have the raid message be Nintendo.
Oh gosh.
I feel like since we're doing that, yeah, we could do that raid. Perfect. We'll raid John. We haven't raided him in a while, and since he's a guest on Game Club, the recording of Game Club tomorrow, I think that'll be fun. So, yeah, we'll start up that raid. Of course he's in an intermission right now. Go figure. That's all right. Hit him with it when he gets back. All right. Once again, thank you all so much for joining us. Had a lot of fun. I'm so happy to see Amy really into it, despite her nerves at the...
I mean, nothing horrible's happened yet.
Well, we might get to that with Alice A.
Apparently, that's going to happen.
Oh, boy. All right. Thank you all so much. Really do appreciate it. Hope you all have a great rest of your week. We will see you hopefully on Sunday.
Everyone. Thank you for hanging with us.
And if you're only here for Final Fantasy, we'll see you next Wednesday. Till then, everyone. Bye.